Let's say. So bear with us. I think everything's going to be fine. We know that there is no separation in God. We feel our spiritual connection with you now and always. We are one in the divine. We have a wonderful service planned for you this morning as we welcome Reverend Daybree Thoms via Zoom for her final lesson from her four-part series on the Four Agreements. Today, Reverend Daybree explores the fourth agreement, always do your best. Our music director, Chris Price, is not here, but he is away for the weekend and he's created some wonderful New Thought music videos for us today. Kevin Beatty, a longtime member of Unity of the Keys and board member, will present our daily word. And Carolyn is here. Carolyn Sullivan will be presenting the names from our prayer list. Unity is looking for someone to run the slideshows on Sundays. In a few weeks, Finn O., our Zoom live stream technician, is heading off to college. And Finn B will be stepping into that role, leaving the PowerPoint slide position open. If you know anyone who might be interested in a Sunday position, please pass this along. This may be a perfect position for someone in upper high school or someone looking for a couple of extra hours of work each week. There's room to grow into other tech roles over time. Anyone who has interest can reach us through the email address on our website or by calling us. I told Finn B the other week that I know a fellow who started like him. He's now working in Nashville, big time. You never know what might happen. We're now in the month of August, recognizing and celebrating the power of will. Will is the ability to choose, decide, command, direct, and determine. Spiritually, it is based on ideas, truths, principles, and laws that are divine in nature. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, assigned this power to the Apostle Matthew. The location of the front of our brain and the color silver. Will works with understanding, wisdom, and love. Don't forget to check out our back table, our weekly Unity Spotlight, our website, and the weekly email blasts to keep up on all of our fun happenings. And now is the time to remind you to turn off your cell phone or mute your microphone if you're on Zoom. Thank you. We're going to have a video. There it is.
See it in your so magnificent, and there's just no denying. I know who you're healing. I see it in your eyes. A light for the world to see. I know who you're here to be. I know who you really are. I see it in your eyes. Oh, you are a shining star. I know who you really are. I know who you really are.
After that welcome song, we invite our usher to bring forward our prayer box. You may submit your prayer requests on the blue forms found in the seat backs and on the usher's credenza, and then put them in the prayer box. You may also send your prayer requests by email to church@unityofthekeys.org. Please remain seated now for our opening prayer led by Reverend Daybree.
Thank you, Sherry. So we breathe into this space right now, remembering the precious love in our hearts. And we hold this space of love, precious spirit, for our entire world. We know that there are those suffering loss, pain, war, destruction. There are fires going across our planet. We turn within now. We know that there is power in prayer, and that behind every single need, there is the divine answer, the divine truth. We trust in that power. We trust in the love in our hearts to extend beyond this room, to embrace our world in peace, soothing peace, harmony, and love. Now, as Carolyn reads aloud the names from our prayer chest, you may whisper aloud the names that are being held on your heart, creating a beautiful, beautiful murmur of love in this room and beyond.
Chelsea, Troy, Lee, Dan, Betty, Danielle and family, Linda, John, JD, Sally, Mary Ann, Tricia, Kathy, Amy, Tara, Tanner, Ruby, Hazel, Bill, Jeff, Kelly, Marty, Kim, Melissa, Stephen, Lynn, Faith, Mike, Julie, Marcella, Lauren, Oliver, Rebecca, Grace, Stephanie, Liz, the city of Key West, Maria, Jill, Tara, and Louie.
We lift these names now as we lift all the names that are on our hearts, that are on the hearts of all humanity, all the concerns in the world. And we lighten those hearts now We lift the prayers for their divine unfoldment. We recognize the power of our compassionate hearts. And we rest as we release them, knowing all is in divine order and in divine timing. As together we say, and so it is, and so it
And so
is.
it is.
Amen.
Please now stand for a moment where you are. Let's have a moment of namaste. Namaste means I salute the divinity in you. So let's acknowledge each other with a symbol of love. Please know also that there are many people online, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube, who are all connected with us here. Let's say hi to our online folks. You can nod namaste or wave at the screen if you like. You may be seated now. To anyone visiting us for the first time today, welcome. You may pick up a visitor's packet and shell lay necklace from one of our ushers after the service if you haven't received one on your way in. Thank you for joining us this morning. You truly honor us with your presence. And to everyone else, welcome to you too. It's wonderful to see you and to be together. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement dedicated to the ongoing awareness of the Spirit within all. We invite you to consider what you hear today, embrace what may work for you, and release the rest. We honor all names for God and all pathways to God. Please join me now for our affirmations. Join me in saying the Unity Mission Statement together. Unity of the Keys is a spiritual community celebrating our oneness with God. And our vision statement together, we see humanity awake to its divinity, fully experiencing love, peace, and abundance. We speak together the affirmation for the unity power of will. Together, divine will moves all of my spiritual attributes into expression. I claim my power of will and lead with spirit. And lastly, please join me for our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power as the universe and as my life, God, the good, omnipotent. We invite Kevin now to share our daily word.
Good morning. The daily word for today is believe. I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough. When Thomas said he can't believe in Jesus' resurrection unless he touches the wounds for himself, he is describing those moments when God's infinite, eternal good seems too hard to believe. Jesus' response is instructive. He doesn't criticize Thomas's doubt or demand blind faith. Instead, he offers exactly what Thomas needs, inviting him to touch the wounds and see for himself. Jesus meets him where he is, then invites him to a deeper way of believing, one that can trust in unseen blessings. The invitation is open to me too, whether my belief is steady and confident, or I long for reassurance and signs of divine presence. I trust that I am divinely supported and dearly loved. And from scriptures, Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe." Let us now recite the affirmation for believe. Together, I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough.
And now we are going to do the Charles Fillmore Invocation of the Lord's Prayer. In reverence to the Lord's Prayer, we recite the Charles Fillmore invocation. Please stand as you are able. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I acknowledge thy presence and power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, I now erase my mortal imitations, and from thy pure substance of love, the love that I am, I bring into manifestation my world according to thy perfect law. And now we welcome Reverend Daybree via Zoom for her lesson.
Thank you again, Sherry. Good morning. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Every Sunday feels a little bit like coming home. For each one of us arrives carrying all sorts of things. We carry our celebrations and our questions, our disappointments and our hopes. And it is in this sacred space we remember something that we might have forgotten. We remember that we are never carrying life alone. That is the beautiful thing about community. We remind one another that we are each unique, unrepeatable expressions of the divine. We have been exploring the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. What a beautiful little book, filled with wisdom teachings to help us, if we commit to them and practice them, live lives more filled with peace every day. Now, the first three: be impeccable with your word, to not take anything personally, and to not make assumptions so easily align with our unity principles 1, 2, and 3. 1, there's only one presence, one power, God the good, everywhere present. 2, that we are each interconnected with that one presence and one power, and we are therefore all inherently good. And then 3, that we align our thoughts and our words, our actions with this good, that we create our experiences in life through those very thoughts. So today we're exploring the fourth agreement that simply says, always do your best. Now the subtitle could be, God's best is already within you. Well, I have to confess something. When I first heard those words, always do your best, they sounded like yet another assignment. I was a new student of Unity. I was reading everything I could put my hands on, taking classes, practicing spiritual tools, going to workshops. This sounded like yet another thing to accomplish, another standard to live up to, another assignment, another gold star to chase. And I was a willing student, and I was also becoming a bit overwhelmed. More than some of you can identify with this. Always do your best. Some mornings our best feels strong and energetic, creative, and joy-filled. And other mornings our best may simply be getting out of bed, making breakfast, saying a prayer, and choosing kindness instead of discouragement or judgment. And both are enough. That's one of the great spiritual truths we often forget. Your best today may not look like your best yesterday or your best tomorrow. And that's more than okay. In fact, that's life. Jesus understood this beautifully and tried to teach this to us through his actions. He never demanded perfection. He met people exactly where they were. The weary, the outcast, the foreigners, tax collectors, women, the widows, orphans, the hopeful. He extended love to all equally. He saw beyond appearances into the divine possibility already present. And his example is our North Star, our guiding light. Imagine waking each morning and saying, God, thank you for another day. Help me simply bring my best to whatever comes. And this is where our fourth and our fifth unity principles come in. Number 4 is I pray and I meditate. I remember that inner support system ready to help me through this day. And number 5, I act. It's not enough to know and to understand the principles. I must live them out loud. If we are truly committed to living these 5 basic unity principles, then we are already doing our best. Now, it might not be the world's definition of success or someone else's expectations. It's simply my best and your best. And that affirmation, that prayer sets the intention for the day. God, thank you for another day. Help me simply bring my best to whatever comes. It changes how we work, how we parent, how we listen, how we forgive, how we treat one another, our relatives, our neighbors, our friends, strangers, how we speak to ourselves. It changes how we act. Now, some of us might have grown up believing that doing our best meant never making mistakes. Maybe we learned that love came with conditions. Be good, work harder, don't disappoint anyone, smile, don't cry, don't fail. And before long, doing your best became exhausting. But I don't think that's what Spirit ever intended. I don't believe Jesus walked from village to village saying, try harder, try harder. He shared something much more beautiful. The kingdom of God is within you, within you, and within you, and within you, and within you. Not someday, not after you've fixed yourself, not after years of therapy, not after you've meditated for 20 years, read all the right books, used all the right tools. There is nothing to earn. You are already there. You are already there. The kingdom of God, Christ consciousness, divine life, universal love is right where you are. Right where you are. Eric Butterworth, a renowned unity minister, teacher, and author, often reminded us that our spiritual journey isn't about becoming someone else. It is about awakening to who we have always been. I envision that as awakening to that incredible part of ourselves, our Christ consciousness, that only we can express in the way that we do. Only you can express in the way that you do. And recognizing the glory that is. Awakening feels so much gentler than striving. Awakening is recognizing and igniting what is already there. It's like opening the curtains in the morning. The sun's already shining. You simply opened yourself to it. It is opening yourself to the divine within. Where Denny and I live in Arkansas, we have hummingbirds in the summer. And we used to have a feeder on the back deck where we could watch them from our sunroom. Then the raccoons found the feeder and would empty it every evening, sometimes right in front of us. They would waddle up the steps, their fat little butts, and they'd bump into the holder until it would splash, the food would splash out on the deck, then they'd lick it up on the deck. Or they'd get on the roof and grab it from the top and move it back and forth. They were raccoons simply being raccoons. So we moved the feeder to the front where we have a squirrel and raccoon proof bird feeder combo that Denny created. So I can still watch them from my office window or from the front deck, just not as closely. They're further away. But I never have to worry about watching for when the hummingbird feeder is empty. Those hummingbirds know who we are and who feeds them. If their feeder is empty, they zoom around to the back of the house where they can look in the windows of the sunroom. We have 9 huge windows, 3 sides, overlooking the forest. So they hover there from window to window until we notice them. Then I go out and refill their feeder. They have me very well trained. These hummingbirds appear to be perfectly happy with who they are. They don't try to become a bluebird, one of my other favorite birds to watch, or compare themselves to the cardinals with that beautiful red coloring. I doubt they wish they had the wingspan of an eagle. That would get in the way of reaching the feeder. They don't apologize for being small. They simply do what hummingbirds were created to do. They fly, they drink, they live. They fulfill their purpose with the complete joy of being themselves. So one day I thought, now there's a unity lesson. Because creation doesn't struggle to be itself. Only humans do that. We spend so much energy trying to become something else, become better, become worthy, become enough. When the divine within us has always known, you already are. Now, that doesn't mean we stop growing. Unity has always taught that life is about unfoldment. Now, think about that word, unfoldment. A rose doesn't force petals, it unfolds them. Everything beautiful inside it simply emerges in its own season. Maybe that's what doing our best really means, not forcing or pretending, but simply allowing the divine within us to unfold one day at a time, one interaction at a time, one thought at a time. Have you ever tried gardening to produce vegetables? Well, several years ago, Denny and I planted tomatoes. We were in Wichita and the environment was perfect. And we got really serious about this. We attended a workshop at the library that the Extension Service put on. We studied, we chose the varieties we were going to grow. Denny built a special gardening bed, you know he did, with the best soil. We watered them, we fertilized them, talked to them, encouraged them. We planted marigolds to keep the bugs off of them. And our tomato garden was quite lovely with beautiful, delicious, homegrown tomatoes, the best. And the stink bugs were persistent. Those stink bugs. I wouldn't have cared so much if they would help themselves to maybe 1 or 2 tomatoes on the end of the rows. And I actually told them that they could have them, that those would be sacrificial tomatoes. But no, they would go down the row and chew 1, 2, 3 holes in each tomato and then move to the next, not eating the whole thing. So sometimes you're growing tomatoes and sometimes you're feeding stink bugs. Sometimes the harvest looks different than you expected. But here's the key. The garden wasn't asking us to guarantee the harvest. It was simply asking us to tend to it faithfully. And that's all life is asking of you and of me, to tend the garden, to love your family, to offer kindness, to pray sincerely, to forgive often, to encourage, to see the divine within all others, and to keep planting seeds of love. Jesus understood this. He talked about seeds, tiny, invisible beginnings, quiet growth beneath the surface, planting it on good soil. But you don't dig up a seed every morning to see if it's working. You trust. Trust that your soul knows how to grow. One of the clues to understanding is realizing and accepting that your best does change from day to day. Some mornings my best is inspired and creative and energetic. And some mornings my best is simply remembering where I left my glasses. There may be those of you who can relate. There are seasons when we feel like eagles, and there are seasons when we feel like stink bugs. And the beautiful thing is, even the stink bug has a goal in life, a purpose, to live fully into the being it was created to be, slowly and steadily, without comparing itself to eagles or hummingbirds. That's grace. That is a peaceful heart. Imagine beginning every morning with intention before you touch your phone or read the news or check your email. We simply sat quietly and affirmed, "The Christ within me greets this day with confidence. I am guided. I am supplied. I am loved. I have everything I need." Imagine how that would change the energy, the vibration, the unfoldment of the entire day. Remembering that gratitude isn't something we practice after blessings arrive. Gratitude is what opens us to recognizing the blessings already there. So we might affirm that we are guided when perhaps we have questions. We affirm we are supplied with all we need when we might not have any earthly idea where the supply will come. We affirm that we are loved when we're not feeling particularly loved yet. And we trust divine life, universal love, spirit, all that is. You may recall the story about Michelangelo, the famous Italian sculptor and painter. He's attributed a very popular quote. When he was asked how he created the statue of David, he replied, "I created a vision of David in my mind, and I simply carved away everything that was not David." That is our spiritual work. We're not creating the divine self. We're removing everything that is not it. We're removing fear. We're removing guilt. We're removing comparison. We're removing thoughts of limitation. We're removing all the false stories that we've ever believed about ourselves, until what remains is the very essence that was created from the beginning. Whole, radiant, beloved. That is doing our best, simply allowing our true self to shine. Each day, simply ask us to be present, to listen, to notice beauty, to encourage someone, to forgive someone, maybe ourselves. Imagine ending each day with a simple question. Did I do my best with the love in my heart today? If the answer is yes, then rest. You have lived a holy day. And not because everything went perfectly, but because love was expressed. It's a daily opening of the heart. And if the answer is no, tomorrow's a new day. Doing your best is really another way of saying, today I choose to let God's love flow through me as fully as I know how. And Carolyn has a slide for us with that affirmation so that we can speak it together. Today I choose to let God's love flow through me as fully as I know how. The fourth agreement is not about working harder to do our best. It's about living more honestly, more authentically, remembering to pause, pray, take time to meditate, and to listen to that beautiful, clear, compassionate, and loving guidance that will be revealed. The guidance that only you receive, that only you can fulfill. And then to move forward to truly live who you are out loud. It means showing up fully, offering what we have, trusting that God multiplies every sincere effort. Divine love blesses our willingness to serve, to forgive, to begin again. Always do your best. Today's best, offered with love and compassion, with faith and with gratitude. And when tomorrow comes, do your best again. That is a spiritual practice. These four agreements are invitations to conscious living, the awareness that we speak of so often. They remind us that spiritual transformation begins always within. May these agreements become not merely ideas we admire, but practices we live. So this week, may you wake each morning remembering that you are and have always been a beloved, unique expression of God. And so it is. Chris has created a beautiful meditation music experience for us. Shen will be passing the basket so that you can take a four agreement card for today to take home with you, to remind you to affirm your spiritual practice. Trust that whatever card you draw today is meant for you. Then Sherry will take us deeper into our time of meditation.
We'll start the music now.
I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the I want to know you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to see you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to hear you. Oh God, no separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. Where I stand is my God. God is right here in my heart. Where I am is my God. God is right here in my heart. Separation. I'm raising the veil. Raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. Where I stand is my God. God is right here in my heart. Where I am is my God. God is right here in my heart. Separation. I'm raising the veil. Raising the veil. I'm raising the veil.
We relax now into this special time, this quiet place, this inner space within us. We might place our feet on the floor, bring our shoulders up and then back, opening that heart space, feeling supported by the seat beneath us, closing our eyes or gazing with soft eyes. We turn our attention inward. We take in one deep breath and exhale, settling deeper into this space and allowing any sounds we hear to simply be a part of our meditation. We allow the lyrics we just heard to lovingly pierce our hearts, to embrace us, to infill us, to soothe our very being. Allow these words to be your own. I am raising the veil between me and my God, the God of my understanding. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. I am raising the veil. As I connect with this deep inner knowing, I am released from the burden of perfection. I embrace the awakening, the joy in being, in simply being. I trust that every living thought, every kind act, every sincere prayer is a seed planted in fertile soil. May I remember always that I am a beloved child of the universe, already whole, forever blessed, already filled with divine life. I choose to be love in action. I choose to allow divine wisdom to guide my ways. I allow space for spirit to be revealed through me. I relax into this knowing, releasing any thoughts of not being enough or not knowing enough. carrying these affirmations with me now into the silence, into the silence. As I move forward from this space today, I remember doing my best is an attainable goal. As I pray, as I meditate, as I listen to Spirit, I will always know what is mine to do. I will always be guided in ways to do it. What action is mine? With grace, clarity, and certainty. Opening our eyes now, we breathe in once more and exhale, planting the seed of knowing imprinted upon our hearts, and so it is. Everybody back? Thank you, Reverend Daybree, for that wonderful, inspiring lesson and all of her previous lessons on the book, The Four Agreements. This has been a wonderful and inspiring series, connecting unity with Toltec wisdom. And thank you to everyone who contributes their time and talents to our Sunday celebration. Thank you to Chris Price for providing us with the music videos today, to our daily word reader, Kevin, to Carolyn for sharing our prayer list and providing our hospitality, to our usher, Larry, and to our wonderful tech team, Gary and Carolyn and Finn. They had extra work to do today. To Shen for assisting us in the sanctuary. Now everyone is welcome to stay after service to join us for coffee and snacks. And will our usher please come forward? We would like to share a moment now to express our gratitude to all those who so generously share their abundance with Unity of the Keys. Please know that your gifts are very much appreciated, and through them, we continue to thrive and offer our understanding to the world. For those of you who would like to contribute electronically, there is a QR code on the back of the spotlight. You may donate there via Venmo, PayPal, or credit card through our secure website link. Thank you. For just a moment, to hold your gift to your heart or visualize your electronic gift. Bless this with your most generous love. Feel abundance and know God as our one source. Know that as we give, we do receive. Join me in our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I was nervous, I was scared. He said jump, and I said where? Off this cliff, we're gonna glide. You must be joking, I replied, not at all. He said to me, I'll be right here, here's where I will be. We'll take the plunge, it won't be hard. We'll do it once, and that's a start. 'Cause practice makes progress, give it a try. That thing you think you can't do just stresses you. It's just a journey, you and I. Practice makes progress, give it a try. Here it comes again, I'm feeling fearful, afraid of the mistakes that I might make. But fear is just excitement without oxygen. So I will take the deepest breath that I can take. A little nervous, a little shy. New situation, my oh my. But here I go, what's there to lose? I'll still be breathing no matter what I do. 'Cause practice makes progress, give it a try. That thing you think you can't do just stresses you. It's just a journey, you and I. Practice makes progress, give it a try. Your turn.
Practice makes progress, give it a try. That thing you think you can't do just stresses you. It's just a journey, you and I. Practice makes progress, give it a try.
It's just a journey, it's always so. Practice makes progress, here we go.
We gratefully accept and we bless this offering, knowing it supports our beloved unity of the Keys and the Unity mission, and blesses our community of Key West. Please join me together. Thank you, God, for limitless abundance, the nature of the world. I trust in God. Amen. Unity of the Keys not only teaches tithing, we practice tithing. That is 10% of our income each week. And we fully support each person on their own path of intentional giving. This week, we're tithing $69.08 to Unity Worldwide Headquarters for Silent Unity and their prayer program. No matter what you're facing, you're not alone. At Unity, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer to uplift, comfort, and heal. The Unity Prayer Ministry, also known as Silent Unity, has been serving people around the world for more than a century, offering free, compassionate support and spiritual encouragement anytime you need it. Next Sunday, Reverend Evelyn Foreman will be joining us via Zoom from France, where she and her family are now residing. Her lesson is called, "To Live is to be Born Slowly." Reverend Foreman will explore the possibility that living is not a journey toward becoming someone else, but the slow, beautiful unfolding of who we have been all along. Together, we'll consider what it means to be born into our lives again and again with greater awareness, compassion, courage, and joy. Now, let's bring Lee in with our children.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as
are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God. We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
Well, I guess we have a Mary and two plants today. Girls, come on out. Scoot out a little. Come on. You're hiding. Anyway, we had a lovely morning. Talked a little bit about will and about living in the moment and playing dress-ups. It was a nice morning. Hey, guys. Shh. Okay. That's it.
This is our example of living in the moment. Let's bless our children. Children of light, we bless you. We see you loved, guided, and protected by God's presence. And if our prayer chaplains are in service today, will you please stand or wave? There we have 1, 2, very good. So folks can find you. You want to stand up or wave again? There you go. There, oh, 3, 1, 2, 3. And Deborah online. If you are seeking one-on-one prayer after service, you're welcome to meet with our prayer chaplains. Perhaps you have a heart overflowing with joy or a concern you would like to have held for you. And Deborah Butler is available online. Now, if you'd please stand for the peace song and prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live